I'm pissed. So it's come out in news recently in the past 2 days that Jeremy Kyle has been cancelled. An absolute British treasure and a guilty pleasure for all of us Brits has been suspended from ITV. And honestly, the topic is a little bit grim and it's a little bit serious, with articles coming out such as Jeremy Kyle show victim 63 took his own life. Jeremy Kyle guest found dead after failing lie detector test. ITV has been urged to end broadcast of the Jeremy Kyle show for good after the apparent suicide of a man who failed a lie detector test on the programme. He was found dead at home days later. ITV axed the programme indefinitely, meaning the episode with Steve defending accusations he was unfaithful will not be aired. He said, "He told her, I've had enough, I'm going to kill myself." He failed the lie detector test, but was adamant that he hadn't done anything wrong, saying, "I'll come up with flying colours. I've never cheated on her." Steve said he'd recently split with his fiancée but was going to be reconciled. He contacted Jeremy Kyle himself to prove he was innocent. That is how confident he was he hadn't done anything wrong. The confrontational talk show was pulled indefinitely off the air by broadcaster following the death of Mr. Diamond, a week after the programme was filmed. ITV staff said the broadcaster and show production team was shocked and saddened at the death, and the episode will be reviewed. Mr. Diamond's fiancée, Jane Callahan, said Mr. Diamond had been quietly struggling, but praised the show's team for their aftercare efforts. She told The Sun they were brilliant. They were there when he needed help. They really were persistent in offering him help. So I saw this whole news pop up on Twitter the other night because honestly I was looking up RuPaul because that episode was fire. Justice for Vanjie, okay, justice for Vanjie. But the comments there weren't anything like I would have expected. Most things I've read about Jeremy Kyle in the past, whether that be on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, anywhere, have always been positive and like funny, taking the piss out of people who go on there. And honestly, that's how I see it too. The Twitter replies that I saw looked like a gathering of mums had figured out somehow how to make Twitter accounts just to go on and moan about Jeremy Kyle. The absolute gem of a being. Like, come on, Karen, you can't tell me that you don't sit at 10 in the morning with a brew in hand watching Jezza just to take the piss out of smackheads. We all do it. So the show has been slandered, it's been publicly ridiculed because of how they can't deal with the people who go on and how the aftercare is really bad. At the end of the day, it's just a TV programme. A lot of people are coming forward and saying that Jeremy doesn't help his guests on the show, he doesn't offer support, and it's just an excuse to humiliate and ridicule all the people that come on, you know, just to embarrass them pretty much. But I think that they must have forgotten the fact that they offer to come on the show. They ring up and put their 2 cents forward and say, hey, I need help with something. And you know, their participation is voluntary. But really, at the end of each segment, Jeremy offers support, he offers them rehab, counselling, whatever that they need, and, you know, pays for it all, gives them the opportunity to change and better themselves. But some of these comments, that's what you get for trying to look cool. So Jeremy Kyle is cancelled after a suicide which family have not criticised the show in any way. Yet Love Island is still going ahead after 2 suicides. I thought the BBC were bad, but my gosh, double standards ITV. So yeah, that's the thing that's going around apparently, because obviously the Love Island stars, they committed suicide a while ago, which was in the news. I think one was last year, one was recently in the last few months, and people are just comparing the two, running them alongside each other. And the thing is, Love Island is still loved by so many people, which I don't understand. I've not seen an episode to date. Like, I don't really know what it's about, and I don't frankly give a shit. For me, it's just people going on an island and hooking up, you know. That's interesting. Bodasiha, what a name. How many people think Jeremy Kyle shows are entertaining? Beggars belief. I've attempted to watch a few times, resulting in me reaching for the switch off button. Totally insane, pathetic, disgraceful, disgusting and exploitive. Keep it off, please. Come on, Bodasiha. You can't tell me that you don't proper love watching them all fighting on there. It's top quality, you can't not dislike it. I love Jeremy Kyle. And our boy Joe Cottrane here saying, Jeremy Kyle show suspended. Best news I've heard for years. Worst programme on telly ever. Well Joe, you know what I say to that? You need to get a life, if that's the best news you've heard all year. You need to get a life. So ITV stopped showing Jeremy Kyle. Maybe all the dossers that sit at home all day and watch it will go get a job. Maybe I will. Or maybe you could liven up and stop moaning on Twitter. I only watched Jeremy Kyle's show once. I seem to remember it was just before I bought a bottle of this. We need to get this guy in the comedy awards, get him up on Mock the Week. He's a top class comedian, clearly. At the end of the day, it is such a big thing to happen. Obviously the suicide itself is a serious matter, there's no denying. But even the fiancée said herself that the support that they received, the man himself was really indebted to the support. He said that they helped him and they were really supportive and wanted to make sure that he was okay after the events that happened. God knows what the fate of the show is going to be at the end of the day. Rest in peace to the show and the man. Just like Jeremy Kyle's career, this has come to an end. So I'll see you when I do another one. Maybe. We don't know. I'll see you later, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Check out my socials, they are down below. And I'll see you next week, maybe.